Hey guys, in this video I want to give a tutorial on how to use Screen Studio. So let's first open up Screen Studio. And when you open Screen Studio, you see this little bar. Alright, so what you can do is you can directly record your screen. First, you have the option to record your display. This is basically your whole screen. So from your menu bar to all of your to your dock, just everything you see, the viewer will see as well. Or you can record your window, so the specific app you have open right now, for example Google Chrome, and they will not record your menu bar. Then you can select an area, so you can record an area, so you can change that area, of course. Then you can record a device, and this is a pretty cool feature because you can just plug your phone into your laptop, and then of course you can select the phone right here, and then you can record your screen using Screen Studio, and you can then directly edit the video within Screen Studio. You can add zooms, and it looks very, very good. So that's very cool. Then you can add a camera, so you can choose between multiple cameras, or you can of course not record your camera. Then you can choose between different microphones, and you can choose to record your audio system. So for example, if you're playing a YouTube video, you can record that audio from that YouTube video. Then you have a few settings, for example changing the countdown duration and some other settings, but I do not recommend you changing that because it's good how it is on the default settings. What you can add is show speaker notes. So if you, for example, want to remember something during the recording, you can add speaker notes, and this way you will not forget what you wanted to say. Alright, so for example, if you want to record a video, let's do that right now. What you need to do is you need to tap on window right here if you want to record your window, of course. Let's do that, for example, and then tap on start recording. You can also resize it, but usually it's okay because it's when you tap on window, it selects the whole open window, and then you can tap on start recording, and then it loads. And as you can see, now it is recording when you hear that little sound. And right now you see how long you are recording. You can restart your recording, or you can delete your recording. So you can just do your thing. You can show what you wanted to show. You can scroll down a bit, and when you click somewhere, so you click for example here, or you click on product, and then roadmap, for example, and then when you click, Screen Studio will automatically add zooms. So let's finish this recording for now. Let's tap on this button right here. And as you can see, let me make this full screen. And as you can see, this zoom is automatically added because this is when I clicked on the screen. So that's very cool. First, let's start with this one. So you can select a timeline track. In this video, I did not use any shortcuts, but if I did, I can select to edit or delete those shortcuts because they will be seen in the video if you turn it on. Okay, so this is your timeline. So this is your microphone, your audio. So this is what the viewers hear, of course. And this is the zoom. So you can tap on this zoom, then you can change the zoom level. You can set this zoom level as default, or you can apply this zoom level to all of the zooms in your video. Snap to edges. If zoom center is close to the edge of recording, it will snap to it, showing a bit of background on the side. You can change this, but I do not recommend you changing that because it's good on the default zoom or snap to edges level. Then you can select manual, and you can manually change the zoom level. For example, this, and you can change the level just like this. And then you can also disable the zoom. So now the zoom is turned off. But let me do it, set it on auto for this case. All right, so these are the zooms. You can change every single zoom. You can also just delete them if you want to. And what you can do right here when you tap on background and screen is you see background, and under background you see wallpaper, gradient, color, and image. And what you can do when you go to wallpaper is you can of course select a wallpaper for your video. So when you see this, you can change that, for example, to this background. Then you can add a little blur. You can add a little padding. So how big do you really want the window to be in your video? For example, like this. Rounded corners, you can change the amount or how round your corners are. You can change the inset. And you can change the inset color, inset opacity, the inset balance. The options are genuinely endless, which is very, very cool. Just like this. Reset. You can change the shadow, as you can see, and you can even change advanced shadow settings. For example, the shadow distance, shadow angle, shadow blur, etc. You can really become very creative with this. You can also select to pick a random wallpaper, as you can see, and you can change between categories, just like this. Then you can choose the gradient to select of course, a gradient background, just a solid color, or you can upload your own images, which is very, very cool. So now let's go to wallpaper again, and let me select a random wallpaper, just like this. I like this one. All right, and now let's go to cursor right here. So as you can see, the cursor is relatively big. You can just select a normal cursor, just 1x. So yeah, it's a normal cursor, or you can just even make it very, very big. Or you can change the cursor type, for example, to touch. As you can see, now it's just a little circle instead of a real macOS cursor. And you can just select this. You can hide cursor if not moving. You can loop the cursor position near the end of the video, which is very cool. Then you don't see that you click away on. Let me test it actually. So let me put this on, for example, 5 seconds or 4 seconds. And in the last 4 seconds of the video, so let's finish this recording for now. Let's have on this. As you can see, of course, I clicked right there to finish the recording, but my cursor is still over there. So the viewers don't see that I click away, which is just a small thing, but it makes it look more professional in my opinion. All right. What you also can do is if you have recorded your camera, you can change the how big your face is, etc. You can currently not change the camera layouts, which is a setting, but they are working on that. Then you can go to captions, and you can add captions. They generate that through an AI model. I recommend you using just small, and this is not necessary in my opinion because it works very, very good. And you can change all of those captions later on. Then you can go to audio. So you can of course mute your microphone or improve the microphone audio, which it doesn't make a big difference. I do not recommend it to use it personally because it takes a lot of time. Then you can mute the audio system. So if, for example, if I played a YouTube video, I can mute that audio. If I used any keyboard shortcuts, and it will become visible right here, and I can change how big it is in the screen, it becomes on the screen, etc. And then I can change the animation. So of course, when down a bit, zoom in, and when you click, so they add an automatic animation, but you also can change those animations, which is very cool. Let me just quickly mute this audio, and let me change this zoom. So let's change the zoom level or animation style from slow to quick, for example. Now, as you can see, it is changed. And again, you can customize everything within here. So how much tension, how much friction, how much mass. I don't even know what it is. I just recommend you keeping it on slow because personally it looks the best. But you can, of course, play around with this. Mellow, you can choose between quick, as you can see. It's a little preview, or slow, or mellow again, or rapid. Just like this. You can become really, really creative and add a lot of advanced settings, even with a motion blur, as you can see. The options are endless. What you also can do is change the aspect aspect ratio from auto to, for example, wide for a YouTube video, just like this, or square, or vertical, just like this. And you can crop the video. So if you, for example, do not want to record your Chrome tabs, you can easily crop that. All right. And what you can do is you can add a preset. So if you have changed a lot of settings, you can just create a new preset, or you can just tap on a preset you already made, and all of the settings will apply immediately, which saves a lot of time. All right, and these are just some basically, you can hide the record bar or the edit bar when you tap on this button, and here you can see some video performance settings, but it's not that useful in my opinion. You can change this zoom level, and here you can save or delete your project. And right here, when you tap on export, you can export your video. You can export it as an MP4 or as a GIF, and you can change the frame rate, the output size, 4K. You can even export in 4K, which is quite insane. And you can change the compression level or the quality from, for example, social media, web, or Webflow to anything else. So yeah, it is very, very great. There are a lot of options, and what I like the most about Screen Studio, it's a one-time payment, and you get updates for a year. And after a year, you can of course use Screen Studio forever, but do not get new updates. And it is relatively cheap in my opinion. It's about $19 for one macOS device. So yeah, if you consider buying Screen Studio, I recommend you using the link in the description down below. It helps the channel, it helps me personally, so I would definitely appreciate that. So I hope this tutorial was kind of helpful.